Hello there! Like and subscribe. I keep forgetting to say that at the beginning of every video, but I should. Because a lot of people who watch these videos are not subscribed, and they should be. Okay, so I just got done, actually I didn't just get done watching, what was it called? Murder on the Nile? Yeah, it was Murder on the Nile, wasn't it? Yeah, with Poirot. It's a Poirot film, anyway. This is the sequel to like the 2017 Murder on the Orient Express, which was crazy. It was a bit of a crazy movie. I kind of actually, I didn't really like the end of it, which is why I didn't do a movie review of it. I don't think, but I still liked the movie up until the end, and then I was kind of like, this movie's different. I do like it. It's getting like a 63% rating on Rotten Tomato. I guess because it's not really for everybody. The murder mystery type movies aren't doing that great anymore, which is kind of sad because I love murder mysteries. But I guess there's not many TV shows now that do murder mysteries. Like everything's wrapped up in an hour type of thing. But anyway, this movie has got lots of like whodunits, lots of twists and turns, and I do recommend it for people who like that type of thing. Like, it keeps you guessing, it keeps you going, and I thought of kind of two suspects from the beginning, and I was kind of right, but but then again, I watched a load of these movies, so so basically, it's Poirot, isn't it? Yeah, he's it's set. When is it set? Oh, it's set like 100 years ago, anyway. And they're when's the movie? Jeez, I watched this last night, and honestly, a lot of the movie, the beginning of the movie is kind of forgettable. They're in a dance hall, and then like this girl, she's getting married, and then a blonde girl, and then she introduces her, and then she meets up with Wonder Woman, basically, and the new Wonder Woman, and she said, "Oh, I'm engaged, and we're in love, and I'm really, really in love with him, and all of this type of thing," and then she introduces him to the fiance, and then the fiance and Wonder Woman. Fiance is played by the guy who's in. They tried to do the reboot of what was it? It wasn't Zorro. It was like The Masked. Do you remember that with Johnny Depp? That was supposed to be like a whole series of movies, and it just died. I had the name there, and anyway, he was in it, and he was really good. I like him as an actor. He's actually pretty good. And then the two of them kind of fell in love on the dance floor, and then it cut to 6 months later, and they were in Egypt, and I thought, oh, brilliant! This is like, I know it was Murder on the Nile, but anyway, but I love Egypt. I love Egyptian stuff. It's fantastic, and they really did do like beautiful set pieces. Like the start, like then went to Poirot's on his holidays, and he's at the pyramids, and then some guy's like flying a kite at the pyramids, and like he goes, "Oh, my," he knows him. Like, it's this young guy, and he knows him. He's there with his mother, and his mother is an artist, and she's painting the pyramids, and it's all very nice, like, and then it's like it kind of. And then he goes, "Oh, Poirot, won't you come to this party I'm going to?" And he goes to the party, and it's like a honeymoon. This is, I guess, what rich people used to do back in the day. They used to just bring everybody on the honeymoon, which is a bad idea. But like, so they catch up, but then Wonder Woman and your man is actually married now, and your one, the fiance, is following him around everywhere, like a stalker type of thing, and it's like, oh my god. And then, but Wonder Woman's ex-fiance is there as well, who's played by Richard Brand. Russell Brand, sorry, Russell Brand. And he's a doctor, which is fair enough. And he spends most of the film just kind of examining the bodies and telling Poirot how they died. And that's it. Really, they could have got anybody to play that role. I kind of got somewhat excited to see him, but he, thinking he was going to do a bit of comedy. He didn't. He was just like he was like a mannequin. It was like he was so stiff and everything, and I was like, fine, okay, if that's the character, but it could have been just played by anybody. They could have. I hope they didn't throw that much money at him, because it really is kind of a waste. It was just scratching my head going, everybody else, like French and Saunders were in this film, and and they were brilliant. They played Wonder Woman's godmother or whatever, and she was a communist, and then and it was they were funny duo. It was really nice, actually. I kind of they were pretty good. All the other characters were really good. Russell Brand just didn't do nothing. He just stood there like a mannequin until he was needed, and then when he's needed, he just stood, and then he did his thing, and then he just stood there like a mannequin again. It was just, and I know right now online, he's been called a right winger and crazy, and but I don't know if it's affected his work or whatever, because it's or he just wanted to do a different part or whatever, but it was just really weird. It wasn't, really, if they're trying to get him to do another movie, he's in a serious role, no. He's not that. He's not, he's not right for the nerdy, stiff, upper lip kind of guy at all. He can't do it. He's the only one I had a problem with. But anyway, so eventually they want to get away from Yuan, so they all got on a boat, and Poirot kind of advises them that the couple hire Poirot, and Poirot kind of advises them just get out of here, just go home, stay at home, lock the gates, and just have a honeymoon to yourselves, and and then they're like, okay, great, and then but they all decide to get on a boat, like a river boat, and then there's where they're on the Nile, going up the Nile. They're supposed to be going up the Nile, but I think they're kind of going down the Nile, because they get to Ramses' big 4 statues. Geographically, I think they're going south. Or maybe it is not. Yeah. But anyway, so I must have missed a bit there where they decided, no, we'll just go about it anyway. So when they get to that part, Ramses' great, it looks amazing, and it's fantastic, and it's brilliant, and it's obviously CGI, and because they're climbing all over the bloody thing, and they're going inside of it and looking around and everything, and and then a bit of the ear gets knocked off and nearly kills the married couple, and that's the first kind of big thing, and it takes an hour for that, before that happens, and the movie's 2 hours long, and it's an hour and 15 minutes before somebody actually dies, and there's where I'm getting into spoilers, but it kind of the first it is a good film, but it takes a very long time to set up all of these characters, and that's what I'm saying. I think maybe he could have had a more. I think Russell Brand should have more charismatic, type of thing, but I don't know, because why spend so much time? I keep coming back, but they wasted so much time on some of these characters that just did do nothing. And you won from she was in Downton Abbey. She was like a maid in Downton Abbey, and she was in Game of Thrones as well. There, she's Jon Snow's wildling girlfriend, and she's in it, and she sees stuff, and like I liked that. I'm going to get into spoilers now because she's in it. Like there isn't like it does feel a bit like a talent bomb, in a way. Like it just didn't work. Like I feel like if it had been edited better, if it had been crafted a bit better, if it wasn't so long, it would have been a better movie, I think. And yeah, I think Poirot himself, he's just after winning an Oscar for Belfast, so you can't really wrong him. He is, the stage design was brilliant, the costumes were brilliant. I really liked this movie. It didn't get nominated for any awards at all. I looked it up. The original did, but this one didn't, which is kind of weird. So was it completely ignored by the Oscars and everybody? That's kind of strange. But so I'll get into spoilers and just talk about my favourite scenes. And it's basically Poirot trying to investigate the murders. The guy was kind of like the husband, original fiance, but now he's the husband, and he got shot by his ex in the leg, and then when they were dealing with that, then they realised that the wife was actually dead in her bed, and so then it was kind of shocking the way they killed off Wonder Woman straight away. But she does have other scenes in the rest of the movie, like flashback scenes. There's a lot of flashback scenes, which is understandable because they're recounting what happened, and then Francis Sanders were brilliant. They're really funny. The body found in the wheel, that was really good. So if you're watching this bit now, I'm assuming you watched the film. But that was really good. That was the Poirot was having an argument with a woman, and then all of a sudden the grass started breaking and the body was just going behind. And I was like, oh my god, really the scene where the ear fell off and nearly killed him, that was good. The whole set design for the boat was good. I like the Poirot had the second biggest room and everybody else was stuck in small rooms. I was like, what? They had the freezer where they kept the bodies, and the freezer was just grainy, and the flashback scenes were pretty good because it was in black and white, and then bits were in colour. The standout bits that you have to focus on. So that was stylistically nice. I liked Poirot's backstory at the beginning. Didn't want to talk about that. But Poirot's backstory at the beginning, he was a World War One soldier. He knew when the right time was to go over the top and attack the Germans. But he still ended up injured, and his girlfriend told him to grow a moustache to cover it, which is a bit weird because the big injury was here, and then he grew a moustache that just they went to here, and his face is fine. He should be horribly scarred, but he isn't. That was kind of, it was good, but then bad. He should have had maybe just a scar here, or here. So that's why he had to grow a moustache. You know what I mean? But anyway, yeah, I liked the beginning. That was good. What else? Yeah, to dredge the water to find a gun, that was pretty good. Basically just trying to figure out the mystery, and the body count wasn't I think, how many people died? Like 3 or 4? Yeah, so it wasn't that big of a body count, which is pretty good. Yeah, at one point, did they get mad with Poirot? I was like, just solve it already. There's so many people dying. Like, that was funny. There were pretty funny bits in it. Um, yeah, I was just kind of engrossed in it. Like, and just once they started dying and they started investigating, that's when I really got into the film. That's when kind of like, because I froze the film twice in the first hour to get up, go to the bathroom, then I got up, got some snacks and another beer, and I wasn't that and really they could have cut down the first hour, I think, um, you know, but then that would cut out the beginning scene with Poirot in World War I, like for to have the little flashback. Oh, I was in love once, you know. But then he could have just explained, yeah, I was a soldier in World War I, and my girlfriend was a nurse, and we were going to get married, but then she got killed. He could have just said that, and I would have been fine, type of thing. But they kind of, why not just make a prequel then, But yeah, the first hour did drag, but then once the second hour was great then. So if I was going to rewatch this, I think I'd just watch the second hour, you know. But anything else really? It was kind of sad then when the young fella did die. Like he was just shot out of nowhere. It was very shocking. But I liked that wee interrogation scene. And then, but once he died, it was kind of obvious who it was then. And it was kind of like, well, okay, then it's this person then, yeah, trying to think, there's not much else to say really, other than I did enjoy the film. 60%, 70% kind of a good rating for this film. Like I say, it needs an edit, I think. It needs to be edited down to like an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 40. Like, there's a lot of it that's a bit, um, silly and not necessary, but it's there, and it's kind of there just because there's so many big names in the movie. Okay. But I guess it's there for Wonder Woman because she gets killed off, and then, that's why the first hour is so long, I guess. Maybe. There are reasons, but like artistic. They used to make movies for artistically, and it didn't really matter how long you were in the film, like because you wanted to make a film. But now, actors have these egos on them, and like, well, I'm not going to be in the film unless I'm in it for at least an hour, type of thing, And where some actors just they don't mind a wee cameo and that's all. I think there were a couple of cameos in this film. Yeah. Oh, I liked the one that was I can't remember her name, but she was in other stuff I liked. But she was the singer guitarist. She's really good. That was good. And she was a feisty character. I liked her, and her niece. She was pretty good too. I felt sorry. Then when your man did die, I did feel sorry for that. Like I was just like, but he saw something, and when he saw that happening, he should have told Poirot straight away. Instead, he took the opportunity to go and steal the necklace, which was just didn't make any sense for his character. Like why did because he wanted to get away from his mother, he wanted to steal the necklace, and it didn't make any sense. Like to me, like I just thought, but then it's 100 years ago. I don't know. So yeah, so that's about it. Like I do recommend the film. Like and subscribe. Check out my channel. Check out my other movies reviews this season. This is my 6th season of movie reviews. But I've also reviewed the a couple of Hellraiser movies, and I've reviewed the other horror movie. This summer I probably will finish the Hellraiser films. Just haven't been in the mood to just kind of the only time I'm really in the mood to watch a horror film is around Halloween. That's kind of it. I used to love horror films. I used to love laughing at horror films, but just kind of, I'm just kind of looking for something else now. I'm going really into sci-fi stuff these days, which is good. But yeah, just check out my other movie. I reviewed Scream and Eternals this season, and the Oscars and Nightmare Alley. And the next film I'm going to do was another film nominated for Best Film at the Oscars, and I'm going to check that out. Let's see if it's any good. And then check out my channel. Loads of skits and loads of great stuff on it. And press the bell for the latest and greatest stuff. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.